Alright, welcome back for part 2 and continuing outside of the village in Earthrealm. So, let's just jump right into it.
Shujinko, I see you have passed your test.
Yes, Damashi. The power you gave me to copy other warriors worked well. I really felt as if I could fight like Master Boraicho. He was so impressed that he offered to train me personally.
Excellent. There is much you can learn from him. But first, you should begin your quest. You must find 6 items of great importance. The Kamidogu. Think of them as tools of the gods. There is an impending doom that threatens the survival of all the realms. With these tools, the Elder Gods will vanquish this menace.
Where do I find these? Kami Dogu.
They have been scattered throughout reality. Each one lies hidden in a different realm. The Elder Gods are unable to retrieve these items themselves, and therefore must elect a champion born within the realms to collect them. They have constructed portals and the Nexus to aid their champion in his quest.
What is the Nexus? Where do I find it?
Once you have found the first Kamidogu, I will show you what to do. Until then, good luck with your search.
Thank you, Damashi.
Alright, so, chest right here, immediately to our left. Now, I talked about it a bit in the part 1 of this playthrough. Well, this woman right here, she has a quest. Before I say what I was going to say, let me take this quest real quick. I believe she's lost.
Would you help me? I have traveled far from my township and have become quite lost. If you could find something to help guide me back home, I would be most grateful.
Well, this kind of ties into what I was going to say. I talked a lot about...
Master Boraicho's house lies to the northeast. I should head in that direction.
You should not interrupt me. I was going to say that I kind of sometimes get fixated on quests. I know they're there, and because of my memory, I'll often feel the need I have to go do them before I do anything else. So I'm just going to run over here where I think I remember this being. It's like some kind of star or rock or something that's laying around that helps her head home. I can't remember exactly where it at. I think it's right over here. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I was thinking like right here, but I guess I'm off a little bit. It's one of those, it's usually like quick, I want to get out of the way. But it may be one that's going to take a while. Oh, I think I see where. Right there. There we are. I keep thinking that these are going to take a while, and then I figure them out pretty quick. I mean, it's kind of slowly, a little bit at a time, it's coming back to me, everything that I think. Every time I do one of these playthroughs, I think, oh god, I'm going to forget everything. Really, I don't. It comes to me as I play it. Of all the modes and games that I've played over and over and over the years that I've enjoyed, this one's probably the most. I should have more confidence in myself.
A lodestone. They are magnetic and always point north. I could easily find my way back home with that. May I buy it from you, sir? Would 50 jade coins be enough?
So that's the first quest you get when you come out of the village. And now you've had quests similar to that in the village. Somebody has you go steal something, or, you know, go get some flour, go find out what happened to my dog, go save my cat out of, you know, the tree. Okay, that one didn't happen. But they all pay like 500. Either onyx, platinum, you know, ruby, whatever, red, gold, whatever. She paid just 50. I mean, I get it's a pretty simple quest, but Hey, you got a chest sitting right here. It's 250 ruby. Oh, that was, I think that was Kentaro. I caught a short glimpse of that. I would have to go and freeze frame that. But I think that was Kentaro. I know Mataro appears. If I don't end up doing it at some point because I can't remember what day and time, and it's for like only an hour, Mataro appears right here and drops a reward. That may be something that I missed this playthrough because I didn't look anything up, and this is only, maybe an hour after I recorded part 1. I literally just put the first video together, made sure the voice lined up, the commentary, everything like that. That's what I was doing. Or that my commentary lined up with the audio of the game, should I say. That took about an hour to put together and get ready for YouTube, and then I jumped straight back into the game. So I want to say it is a Sunday. I kind of feel like I should just kind of hang here, I know it's only for an hour. I don't know.
Hey, you want to help me pull a practical joke on my uncle? He is the old man standing by that shack to the north. My uncle is a very nervous person, so it can be a great deal of fun to sneak up on him and scare him. If you are able to put a good fright into him, I shall happily pay you.
Alright, so yeah, we could do this one. Grab some more coins before I do this quest. He'll pop up at some point, but it's not that big of a deal to miss it. But I do believe it is Mataro, from my memory, it serves me correctly. And it may be, I don't know if it's a console exclusive to like PlayStation or anything like that, but I do believe he appears there. That's the spot. But I think it's like 1,000 coins of whichever he gives you. Well, look at that. I'm talking about it, and there he is. And you can come talk to him.
Here, take this.
Here, take this. It is on a Sunday. I was right. See, that's where I said I should have more confidence in myself. Well, there we go. I was right about that. I was not really sure. Like I said, just kind of got that first video ready. And I can't speak all of a sudden. I'm stumbling across my words. The hour break I took, I managed to come back and be just as nervous as I was when I tried to record the intro for part 1. That's all it takes. Alright, let's scare this guy. Let's see if I can start commentating correctly. So you don't want to run. You just want to walk up here like this, and then just be tapping A.
Ah! Who's there? Come on, speak up. This is a nasty thing to do to a tired old man.
Just kind of tapping A preemptively, and that way you'll talk to him. Won't mess it up.
That was great. Do it again, and this time I will pay you double.
Another great place they could have used dialogue choices to let you choose not to do it again, and then the guy just refuses to pay you, and great place for an honor system. Your honor goes up. Of course, you would have to play the game the first time around to know what's going to happen next, so the second time you played through. I don't know. I love that honor system from Red Dead Redemption 2, and I try to justify throwing it in every game I play thereafterward.
Oh, my heart!
So, boom, heart attack. It was this clown's idea.
Leave me be, murderer!
He's now going to call me a murderer. So, yeah, I'll leave you be right after I punch you in the face. I think I just went in this hut, but, it's good to be thorough, I guess. door is locked. Well, wish I could have picked his pocket first and got a key to go in there and get some more coins. Because I know I've missed some from the original Earthrealm. Or the village, I say the original, but the starting place. Yeah, this challenge, as I said I would do some challenges, but probably not most. This is one. I'll give them a shot, and if I don't do them the first time around, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not going to sit and try to do it twice. Let's see. I want that coin more than I want this challenge right now. Alright, so I don't know. I haven't trained with Bo Raicho. Would I just stay Shijinko? I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's see how badly I can get my ass kicked here. I think it's kind of similar to this Shang Tsung challenge where I'm bleeding out. Yeah, and I'm Bo Raicho. While starting with 50% health and you are bleeding to death. But let's just hit the options immediately because I'm going to need a combo that leads into pulling out a weapon. So, yeah, no, this may be the best one. XYLAL. Let's try that.
Round 1. Fight!
Done already. She might flawless me. Hey, I got the combo in, so yeah, let's return to map. That's that combo challenge, just for anybody that wanted to see it. Fuck that combo challenge, just for anybody that wants my opinion. Not that you asked for it, but you got it anyway. It's kind of like sleeping with a prostitute that way, I guess. You don't really ask for gonorrhea, but you got it anyway. Then again, maybe you are kind of asking for it. That was a bad analogy. All right, let's move on from that too. Should be, I think, a chest. I don't know if it appears during a certain time or not down here, but yeah, it's over there. Baraka's alternate bio. And I don't think I got anything, okay, from the Earthrealm village. Just all of a sudden was thinking about that. Just that ninja star. I'm gonna have a quest for that guy later on. I don't know if I can take it right now. I'm not even gonna try. And here's a question mark. That is 10 rubies. So let's check out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lay out those guys right there. I might be able to actually lay them out now. Nope, I can punch them and make them run away. It's the best I can do. That would be cool for second profiles, third profiles to make when you make second and third playthroughs of this. That would have been cool if they had done stuff like that, thought ahead, where like, whoa, what if you, and people that figured it out the first time, you come up to these three guys that look dangerous, you're going to want to punch them. And instead of, I'm going to have to do that again later, as you will see in a quest. Because actually part of the main quest. Oh my god, get up there. All that struggle for 60 jade coins. But now they're coming back. I think there is a camera somewhere through here that unlocks a video in the crypt. I'm gonna struggle to remember all this stuff about where to find stuff. Yeah, I knew it was around here somewhere. I'm going to struggle in a way that's like exactly where it's at sometimes, but I'm getting pretty close. I mean, it's like Motaro. I knew he was going to be around that area somewhere on a Sunday. I was actually dead on close with that one, but that camera I kind of couldn't remember. I just knew it was off that way somewhere. And I do think there's a chest at a certain time down here at this end, if I remember correctly. The very end down there. I'm not going to run all the way down there again. It seems like my acceleration is not as fast as it should be. I don't know if that's something to do with emulation or I'm crazy and don't remember how fast I actually do run, but what to do next? Because there's so much stuff to be done. There's a couple of quests out this way, where was I? I was originally going to go this way and do these quests because there's like a village, I think, over here that has a couple of things. I think there's also a couple of chests that appear at certain times. Get any of the chests that I missed that appear during certain times. I always do that kind of stuff. I mentioned this before, and I call them the wrap-up videos, where you just kind of go through and finish all the things you missed. And the good thing about the crypt is obviously that'll be the only chest I'm not able to get. Then I'll be able to pull up a guide for anything I missed. Mainly just to know the times that the chest appears. I believe there's one behind this hut that has something to do with Melina, potentially. That appears at a certain time back here somewhere. But don't quote me on that. I'm stumbling a lot in my commentary this time, so this probably is the last part I'm going to record for tonight. Not that you guys need that information, because the parts will probably come out in 3-day spaces, which is what I usually do. But, yeah, I was at midnight in the middle of the last video. It's now 4 o'clock in the morning, so... But I spent 2 hours on that video recording it. So it's just been recording, video editing, and some more recording. Which I don't mind. I love this, especially when it comes to this game. And really, I said it several times in the last video, being able to have the legitimate widescreen hack. Not just because you could put this emulator in widescreen, but then it just stretches the view. And I was trying to start this, I talked about I was playing at midnight and 4 in the morning. I started this venture about 8 o'clock at night trying to figure out, is there any way I could play the Xbox version and play in legitimate widescreen, get a widescreen hack? And I finally found it, which, I'm probably going to end up putting in all of the descriptions as well for anybody who wants this, because I don't think I've actually seen anybody play this on this emulator with a true widescreen hack, so I may be the first to legitimately do this.
Greetings, child, and welcome to the Temple of the Order of Light. I am Wu, humble monk and head of this order. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this most noble monastery. Through the teachings of the Shaolin and Wushu masters, we attempt to educate the members of our local communities in ways of defending this realm from the unspeakable evil that lives beyond the veil between worlds. I only ask that you please leave the monks to their meditations and do not disturb them as they walk about the grounds.
So there's one of these monks I think I could talk to, and I have to visit him certain times that I come through here. It has to be during certain times. Because you eventually join the White Lotus, which is something I usually miss, and there's, I believe, an emblem for it that'll be in your inventory as well when that happens. All right, let's go talk to this guy, because I know he needs some cure for his back pain.
They were waiting for me. I never saw the bandits coming. Without some cure root for a salve, my wounds will not heal properly. Please, stranger, bring me a piece of cure root from south of here.
If I remember correctly, you can just straight up run this direction and go get it. Boom, there it is. That one's one of those easy ones. Just stick with me for some reason. I know maybe it's because of this.
Well, it certainly took you long enough to retrieve the cure root for me. In any case, you did retrieve it, so I thank you. Take these coins as payment for your trouble.
I mean, it takes me 15 seconds to go get the root. Even in his time over here, that took 30 minutes, you know. And it certainly took me long enough. Yeah, you got face pains now, asshole. Go along with your back. There's another quest I'm looking for. Another hut of houses that I'm looking for. I'm trying to get my memory to do its thing where it jogs. And here we go. Yeah, I think. This is, I think, the people who are cult-like and end up being, I think it ends up being a fight I have to have.
May Raiden watch over you.
Yeah, if something I remember correctly about this, something I've only done in a few playthroughs myself, that it's usually something I look up and end up with, but I think one of them, after completing a certain criteria, it's a fight with Scorpion. So, that'll be later on. That's not exactly where I'm looking for right now either. Running the outskirts for everything first. There's definitely going to be a chest here at a certain time. Again, might look that up later and come back to it, unless I just get lucky and catch it. One's popping up. I know they have a quest for me, and I'm holding off on that on the moment. This is the guy. I need to talk to him, I think, through different points, or either it's a guy that comes outside this door after I talk to him. I can't remember. We'll see.
Good day, Shujinko. I am Master Shen.
As I have not met you before, how do you know who I am?
Your selection by Master Boraicho brought you to our attention. If he is able to trust you with the secrets of combat, no doubt we can share with you the knowledge of the White Lotus.
What exactly is this White Lotus?
It is a secret society of mortals, created by the Thunder God, Raiden. The White Lotus serves many purposes, but paramount among them is the defense of Earthrealm from outside invaders. The Emperor of Outworld, a world beyond this one, has been attempting to gain control of our realm for millennia. Every 50 years, a great tournament of Mortal Kombat is held between the champions of Earthrealm and Outworld. Should we ever lose 10 consecutive tournaments to the forces of Outworld, our realm will be forfeit. If you wish to be initiated into the White Lotus and aid in the protection of Earthrealm, you must first see Wen the Elder. He lives nearby.
Yeah, so, he was definitely one of the guys I have to talk to. I can't remember what the other one is off the top of my head. There is some of this stuff that for me is just absolutely insanely complicated to remember. I don't know why. Then some of it I do.
Fujin is our wind god. He will bring us favorable weather.
Yeah, it's favorable. I mean, it's favorable for me right now because I love the rain. It's actually raining here. That's what's as I record this, it's raining. Let's see, there's definitely a. There's the right color on that chest. I was about to say. Alright, so Kenshi Puzzle Fighter. Do remember that one. And look at that. Now there is some favorable weather. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, there's a girl around here somewhere that's looking for a sword, and there's another that needs a letter delivered, and then I think that letter leads to some kind of jewelry of some sort being delivered back to her. So, let's see.
Please, sir, I beg your aid. My father's sword was all I had left of him. Now it is missing. If you find it, please return it to me.
Okay, so there is the sword quest. And I believe maybe it was, I think it was back the other direction where near where I found that route. At the same time, I want to say there's something over here I'm missing. It may be a challenge fight, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, there's Kira. I'm not going to mess with that until at least I get the sword, which I think I have to run back this way. I guess it's kind of nice to forget some things so you get to discover it again and you're pleasantly surprised when you run into it. But I feel like I'm pretty close. Yeah. I think I kind of remembered that one. I know it was in a wooded area, and I knew it was over where I just found it. At least I was like 90% sure, but I wasn't not going to search all this and been wrong, and the sword was out here. And I was going to have to come all the way back and search. Or actually had been right there, and you just have to run from there to literally right back over here.
I cannot believe you were able to find my father's sword. Take these coins as a reward.
Shang Tsung once invited me to compete in his tournament. I almost accepted until I witnessed him drain the soul from another warrior.
Now, people like to tell stories, especially people with bipolar and other disorders have the tendency, apparently, to tell stories. I think she just told one. I don't think she got invited to any Shang Tsung tournament. I think she told a fib.
Could you deliver this package for me? I need to get it to the young woman in the far southwest village. Simply follow the road to get there.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. There's a letter, a package, something of the sort you got to deliver in the southwest village. You know, it would have been nice, like I've talked about this emulator. I can't click off onto my second monitor, or it just absolutely freezes my OBS up for whatever reason, and it does not record correctly. So, you know, that's kind of a pain. I'll take that. That was part of a quest. I'll take care of all that later. I need to get over to this southwest village. Which would be one of the first villages I hit. I came into this room. That would be over here. So let's get to the morning where everybody's standing about. Well, it's definitely not him. But, you know, I do want to, yeah, you know. Just from before.
I see you have a package from Lo. But wait, this package contains purple lotus petals. not those of the Black Lotus. These are not anywhere near as potent. I suppose beggars cannot be choosers. Please give these earrings to lowest payment.
Yeah, and I bet that dude's, I bet this dude's root wasn't so potent for him either, since he's got a jaw pain that I just, you know, extended for his attitude. So, go back to this guy. I don't want to take this route. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what route I take. Is this the one that wants me to investigate the hut? I think that I have to fight with Raicho first to train.
Beware! Shang Tsung has been known to wander Earthrealm in search of warriors for his tournament. I suspect he is merely inviting them to consume their souls.
Eventually, there's a quest that leads you to discovering Scorpion, I think, in this hut. It's locked at the moment. He's looking for a wedding ring. I'll go ahead and access this quest.
Please, you must help me. I have lost the ring I was planning to give to my beloved. I am fairly sure that I had last had it somewhere along this riverbank. I would be grateful if you were to aid me in my search.
See, there's just some of these characters have dialogues, these NPCs, and they jump immediately onto their next line of dialogue instead of there being like a break or space or whatever, time to take breath. Not sure what that's about.
It is strange, but I suspect that the would-be thief has departed our community.
Yeah, you're welcome, because I just kind of ran right into him, punched him in the face. And what was that he did drop? It was lockpick tools. All these earrings I gotta give back to that guy. Okay. Well, not give back, but deliver. But I am going to go ahead and go for the lost potential wedding ring, if she says yes. Engagement ring, I should call it. I think one of these guys are Shin, too, so I should talk to Shin while I'm here. Get this White Lotus thing started.
Shen spoke of invaders from outside Earthrealm. How is this possible?
Yes, though it may seem incredible, there are other worlds beyond this one. The Great Stone Circle to the northeast is believed to be a doorway to these alien places.
Okay, maybe not.
Ah, I see you have spoken with Master Shen. I am Wen,
okay,
known to
Wen.
many as the Elder.
Yes, Master Shen spoke of my joining the White Lotus. I am very interested in doing so. I want to do my part to protect Earthrealm.
Though you clearly have potential, not just anyone may compete in a tournament in which Earthrealm's survival hangs in the balance. What Shen may not have told you is that Earthrealm has already lost the previous 9 tournaments of Mortal Kombat, and that our fate, the fate of our very world, rests in whomever we select as champion. Return to me when you feel you have mastered the art of combat, and you will be considered for the task of representing the White Lotus in the tournament.
So yeah, I got the names confused, flipped around, but yeah, I needed to talk to him to continue that White Lotus quest. You gotta make sure not to miss certain times where you have to talk to those certain NPCs for that quest too. That's important. Okay, somewhere... I wanted to do this and knock this out because this can be frustrating, it seems like. Every time I'm on the GameCube, it's frustrating. I don't know. It seems like you should be able to, yeah, you should be able to run through right here. I mean, you can't just go through it. I mean, who's going to think about that? Look at the open space. I mean, to think that, you know, I know they weren't doing, like, patches back then. If they released greatest hits versions, they would fix stuff. But you're telling me you couldn't, like, get a greatest hits version out and fix that? Come on. You're telling me nobody tested that quest and didn't figure that out? Alright, let's go back to this guy, deliver him this.
You found it? I cannot thank you enough. Here, please take this reward. I would give you more, but I spent all my money on this ring.
Now these two want me to ask the Raicho a question, which I usually don't care to really take this quest when I'm just playing this game and not recording, because I have to come back later to, I believe, after I train, or it's either after I leave Earthrealm and come back, but you know, we'll take it.
My friend and I were wondering why such a formidable warrior as Master Raicho has never fought in a Mortal Kombat tournament. As you know the Master well, could you find out for us? We will gladly reward you for your trouble.
Yeah, there was no break between us and we will gladly reward you. Like, I mean, it was us, we will gladly... I can't even do it. It trips me up. Yeah, something's going on with that dialogue, the emulation through here, which it's no real big deal. If it's the only thing I come across and no torn graphics and this is visually how the game is going to look, then I'm absolutely fine with that. Kind of a bit funny at times, honestly. I think at a certain time there is a Melina fight around here somewhere. I guess when I go deliver something earrings, I could check out that Kira. Yep, there's her alternate bio. Go check out that Kira challenge. There's also a Jax one that you have to complete to get, I think, beyond that bridge. So, you know what, let's deliver this. I think it's the only thing I have left that needs anything done at the moment. Yeah, just deliver these earrings.
My customer has sent earrings as payment. Here are some coins for a job well done.
Now this is a challenge fight, Jax, that I will have to do repeatedly until I get it, which it's usually not that big of a problem. It's just use throws. And you can punch them to instantly engage, which is what I was going to try to do because I hate this challenge. And God, Raicho.
Round one. Fight!
Let's just instantly sidestep. I think that's like the key, is just walk up to them. I figured this out on one of my plays before. At least it worked back then. Get close, walk up, instantly sidestep, then throw. Okay, that time he didn't. Just a lot of sidestepping involved, which is something that if you go back and watch my other playthroughs, I'm not doing too much of. That's so easy in comparison to how many times I've stressed over that.
Round two. Fight!
But Mortal Kombat AI, he definitely could go total ape shit on me this round and just destroy me, which it looks like he's doing. He's doing that jabbing, just one jab that does so much damage. Oh my God. Alright, I'm just going in and trying to throw every time. I don't even care about sidestepping anymore. Throw. Concentration. Yes. God. You know, these fight challenges, this is going to sound like someone that I'm influenced by. These fight challenges, man, they're, some of them really, I don't know what anyone could be thinking in the development team outside of how can we possibly enrage our fan base as much as humanly possible. I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with. Because I just don't see no other purpose. I think there might be a chest back there at a certain time. I just don't see a purpose for some of these. Other than, like, competitive? For, like, the Shang Tsung or the Sindel ones? I can understand those.
You have not yet proven yourself worthy of entering this hallowed ground.
Yeah. You know what? When I do, I'll be back. And I hope you're still standing there. I kick your ass for that. I just feel like, yeah, Sindel or Shang Tsung's challenge for competitive players, those are really good. They're not gonna, struggle with that, and that's kind of up their alley. But just only win with throws. How's that just not there to completely infuriate somebody? Yeah, screw that. So there was another one over here. Fight challenge. It was Kira. I don't know if she's still standing there. Up she is. So I think this is another bleeding out, but with full health. And I'm really wanting to, like, just go do quests and wait until I have somebody besides Bo Raicho, because he's just so terrible. Like, legitimately, if you have a way you figured out to play with Bo Raicho, and you like Bo Raicho, thumbs up. Because me, I just, the way he moves, everything about him in this game, any game that he's been in, where I've tried to give him an honest chance, in this game where you're forced to use him, I'm not able to complete these challenges with him, ever. He just, I hate him. Before I bleed to death. So again, I need a combo that just I can hit over and over again. And I'm going to try something that's not, the last time I tried this combo, I had to slow down so much. And I think it's something to do with the emulation. So I'm just going to go with X, Y, and A over and over again.
One, fight!
Do I got 2 rounds, or did that do it? That did it. Look at that. Is that other than Jax, because it's required? Is that the first? That'll be the first fight challenge I completed. And look, I like Kira. This is not a. I'm gonna crap on Bo Raicho because everyone else does thing. Because everyone else craps on Kira too. I would like to have seen more of this character. I wouldn't have mind. It's kind of like a Serena, where for me, I want to see more of that character come back and kind of get some redemption, a total different story. Kind of a Sonya Blade ripoff, but that could kind of be the deal with the Special Forces versus the Black Dragon, as they each have the version. Kano's kind of like the Johnny Cage, one-liners, the wit. Kira can be the Sonya, and so forth. Cabal is kind of like a Jax, because in some formal way, guys mechanically put together, right? So, yeah, that works out. I mean, all those things have probably already been said and thought of, but I don't mind that they do that, or did that. All right, let's see. I know I got to talk to Bo Raicho at some point. There's a guy that wants to know about the portal, but I got to have the Comedego to do that. I got that guy his potential engagement ring. Now here's the regular chest that appears here. To get 250 platinum. He hangs out over here with a gun, usually. I guess he's not here right now, but I could go ahead and take the quest. Yeah, there we go.
Good day to you, sir. I'm part of a United Nations task force assembled to investigate strange stone circles like the one east of here.
According to local mythology, the strange circular stones were placed there eons ago by the gods. Should you ever discover anything about them, do come and speak with me.
So yeah, at some point in my return to Earthrealm, much later years for Shujinko's life, I will answer that for him. Although I could leave, come back, immediately turn that in, and then head back out. I may do that. It's just something different that I've never done. If I have, I think it would be something that I've done only once or twice because I don't remember it. It'd be funny, I go back and watch one of my own videos, like my last Xbox playthrough I did, and sure enough, that'd be exactly what I did. Okay, so I think there's a chest that appears around here, or inside of one of these huts. So that's why I usually like playing Unchained, because I don't think on, which is just Deception on PSP, I don't think in that version the chests are locked down by certain times. And I don't think it's that way in the GameCube version either. So I like both of those versions, probably GameCube. If I had to play one, especially the way my eyes have gotten now that I've gotten older, I would definitely say GameCube. Anything else? But it has Goro and Shao Kahn, who, you know, I always enjoy playing as both of those characters. I've always been a fan of the big bad guys. Now, in the original, like the arcade, I'd mentioned I accidentally called it an arcade console in the intro to part 1, but I have an arcade cabinet over here next to me, and when I play those old arcade Mortal Kombat games, I despise Shao Kahn. And even if I had some kind of cheat code that let me play as him, I wouldn't take it just because I hate him that much. But in the recent games like Mortal Kombat 11 and stuff that came out, I started becoming a bigger fan of guys like Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, stuff like that. Of course, Quan Chi and Shinnok remain as favorites of mine. And just the more evil and sadistic they are, I guess, the more they want to take over the world. Unlocks that ugly, I think it was just the bio, but yeah. Still. Alright, I think I've done all that I know that I can do, at least until I continue the main quest. And I don't have nothing really except this lockpick tools. I can't remember if I went through every single one of these huts right here. But I think I did. At least I'm satisfied enough with what I've accomplished so far. So let's go open this chest and train with Bo Raicho. And I can't remember what I was saying before I just decided to realize that I was ready to go train with Bo Raicho. I'm ready to go be at least Sub-Zero before I try some more of these fight challenges.
Greetings, Shujinko. It is good to see you again. As promised, I will now impart to you my most powerful techniques.
I am Master Bo Raicho.
I train my most promising students here at my home, away from prying eyes, to assure that my secrets are known only to those I trust. Now, let us begin your training.
Your training? Now, I'm not making fun of anyone's accent but Bo Raicho's.
Bo Raicho.
Just so that's known. I don't think that has to be stated. I think it's obvious, but I felt the need to state it. Oh, let's learn how to fight as Bo Raicho to immediately get out of here and go learn to fight a Sub-Zero soon enough. try to skip past the dialogue much faster. Now that we're to the point where I think it's always going to tell me what to do from now on. So, and this is just kind of I'm playing through it and doing commentary versus a walkthrough, but I want to cover everything, but I don't want to sit here too long on Bo' Right Show. Correct. When I was a kid, the way he said techniques, it stuck with me. That stuck with me forever. I probably walked around like 2 weeks going to school and saying, ooh, techniques. And no one knew what I was talking about. I had no one where I went to school that even knew what a Mortal Kombat was.
Very good.
They knew what pickup trucks and tractors were where I went to high school. And country songs about dying dogs and drinking beer. And I hated it so much. And then now I've grown up and listened to guys like Zach Top on the daily. You know, so I guess when you're younger, you hate what you actually love. Because if I could have it my way, I'd be driving a pickup truck. I drink beer, and I enjoy a lot of those old school country songs now. So I don't know how I got on completely on something that is not even related to Mortal Kombat, but that is just how boring it is. And this fight stance with the delay that I'm having, or having to hit the input slower than I'm used to, it's bringing me back. Yeah, I'm playing Mortal Kombat Deception. Yeah, I'm playing Konquest as freaking Bo' Right Show. Get my wits about me here. I'm definitely recording my last part. I'm in the middle of doing that. There's going to have to be some shut-eye after recording this part. I don't think it's as energetic. That's a new word. Urban Dictionary, that shit. I don't think I'm as energetic as I was the first time around, and I am creating a whole bunch of new words to put on Urban Dictionary because I need to close my eyes and go to sleep. I need to look at the back of my eyelids. I don't know why I went ahead and did part 2. I was like, well, I really just want to get out of Earthrealm. So I guess I do know, you know. I want to get away from Bo' Right Show. I want to get this over with, because this is my most disliked part. I mean, if I had to pick a part I dislike, which I really don't hate anything but about Konquest, but if I had to dislike something, even more so than that Shang Tsung challenge, because again, as I've watched a lot of different players, especially here in my algorithm recently, it's like, yeah, there's guys out there competitively, players, stuff like that. There's people that get really good at this game, and that's for them. That's not for someone like me, and I don't have to take those challenges. I had to really slow that one down, concentrate. But yeah, so I'm okay with most of the challenges. It's having to learn to play as this guy that really crawls under my skin. How slow I'm having to do that too. I feel like I'm playing one of the Sega Master System Mortal Kombat games again. Because on that, you have to insert, well, anybody that's played it would know, you have to insert the special moves really slow. Okay, guess that one was too slow. Okay. Starting to feel like Mortal Kombat versus DC. And it's something to do with emulation. It's definitely off from any other time I've played this game. Now, I know it's been 3 years, but I have enough feel with this game that I can just jump back in, and I remember what it feels like, and I'm struggling to get some of them combos. Special moves are fine. You know, just trying to get off like maybe a 3-button combo, I'm good, but when you start including the ones that change fighting styles, yeah, there's issues. I'm just gonna start doing that over and over from now on. God. Ridiculous. You know, the thing is about, I was hitting A again. The thing is about playing all these different retro consoles and a lot of PlayStation lately, and then suddenly picking up an Xbox controller. You know, I've been on Saturn, I've been on Genesis, a Sony PlayStation, and all the PlayStation types of controllers. And then all of a sudden I'm on Xbox.
Round 1. Fight!
You know what? I said I'm going to do it over and over. I wasn't joking. This character's a joke, so I'm going to play like a joke. Just ridiculous. Flawless victory doing that crap. And if I would have tried to go in and do combos, I would have dodged out of the way. Whole 9 yards, you know. Took half my life off with small jabs. Just spam a move over and over again, and he doesn't do crap.
Congratulations, Shujinko. You have completed your training. It has always amazed me how quickly you learn. You have excelled far beyond my other students these past 5 years. It is as if you have been granted a gift by the Elder Gods themselves.
I'm grateful for your kind words, Master. And I am grateful for all that you have taught me.
You have learned much as my pupil, but my training can only take you so far. Experience is the ultimate teacher. To further your training, you must venture into the world. Through your journeys in this realm and others, you will attain enlightenment. May I suggest, for your first adventure, that you help me find my warrior's medallion. I seem to have lost it.
Very well, Master. I will help search for your medallion. May I ask where you saw it last?
I seem to recall having it a few nights ago at the docks. Perhaps you can begin your search there. I will stay here and look around the house. Farewell, Shujinko, and good luck.
Farewell, Master Boraicho.
Actually, I wonder if I could sit there and just do that flip repeatedly, over and over again on that Sindel challenge. And hey, there he is again. What's he still doing out here? Okay. Thought he left the neighborhood. Guess he didn't. I wonder if I could do that flip thing over and over again on Sindel. Where's she hanging out at? And it actually work. You know, I said I was only going to do these once, but I'm just curious about something. So I did on Kira, I did that 3-hit combo over and over again, which was just simple as could be, and I was able to get through her challenge. And then on Boraicho, oh, now she leaves. Well, that's just great. Okay, so let's go back to like daytime, I guess. Is when she hangs out. Only certain hours. I'm just curious, could I spam something? Either the combo or the flop from Boraicho. So, actually, you know, let's start it this way because she deserves it from last time. I don't know if it just pisses her off more or not, but I'm curious. But I need to, I'm going to try what worked with Kira first, which I think it was just XYA.
Round 1. Fight!
No, she's just gonna block it. Okay, yeah, so just blocks. Okay, the flop. So if we could just flop around to death.
Round 1. Fight!
Nope, she dodged. Wait, you can't. That's great. That's great. So I did the Sindel challenge. There you go. I know I said I was going to do it once, but I had to try both of those techniques because one worked on Kira, and the other one I just obliterated Boraicho with a flawless victory with. So, you know, good Dylan's with you, Sindel. Have to find cheap ways to beat the AI because I suck at this game.
This must be the dock that Master Boraicho mentioned. I should ask if anyone here knows what happened to the medallion.
Yes, this guy that I talked about earlier, and then I gotta go punch one of those dudes again.
Excuse me, but have you seen Master Boraicho's warrior's medallion? He says he last remembers having it somewhere around here.
Oh yes, he left it here a few nights ago when we were drinking Outworld wine on the dock. I put it in my waterhouse for safekeeping, but some brigands attacked me and stole the tackle box in which I kept my key.
Attacking an unarmed fisherman? What cowards.
Indeed. Now I am locked out, and I cannot retrieve the medallion for you.
Is there anything I can do to help?
If you could get my key back from the brigands, I could get you the medallion. They usually do not stray far from the beach.
I will return with your key, fisherman, and these brigands will know the fist of Shujinko.
I thank you, young man. Who is Shujinko?
He is a man with powerful techniques. And I'm gonna go use my fist with powerful techniques to punch this guy in the face. No questions asked. No need for conversation. I introduced you to my powerful techniques. I see. That was me literally walking around the first time I ever heard that dialogue. I mean, I would have to kick myself if I knew myself now and met myself going around saying that all the time.
I have returned with your key. The brigands will not likely harass you further.
Splendid, young man. Come inside and you will find the medallion.
I don't think I said that right. If I have met my previous self now, is what I meant. Let's just focus on the quest. Ah, the medallion. Speak to him again, I think.
Thank you, young man. When you see Boraicho, tell him I will drink him under the table when next we meet.
Aw, come on. I was going to cheap shot him for being friends with Boraicho and drinking with him. He's a contributor to the problem. Asshole. How is it all these drunk people know how to block shots coming in? But you got formidable warriors standing there, get knocked straight the fuck out.
Greetings, Shujinko. It has been 5 years since you began your quest for the Kamido. Have you made any progress?
I am afraid not, Damashi. But I have learned Master Boraicho's fighting styles, and I have recovered his lost warrior's medallion. I was on my way to return it to him.
I see. That is quite an impressive artifact. I suggest you keep the medallion for yourself. Do not return it to Boraicho just yet. Such an item will give you credibility among master warriors.
I will do as you ask.
Good. Very good. I must leave you now, but you will see me again. Good luck on your journey.
Could you imagine if they would have stuck in something like you made the decision to actually give it back to Bo Raicho, and you get one of those like mission failure alternate timeline change deals, and the game just restarted. Good thing they didn't add anything like that in. But it could have been an opportunity to change the story, at least in some way, and then potentially, you know, end up back where you honestly were going to end up regardless. But I don't know. This is why I wanted Conquest to come back, because you play through it, and knowing everything you know about video games today, when you go through this, you have all these ideas. Like I've been bringing up the honor system from Red Dead Redemption 2, dialogue options, which are in so many different style of games like this. Oh, they could just do a full game called Conquest, Mortal Kombat Conquest. That's all they have to call it. And you know, the only fighting in it is literally the fighting challenges. And I think people would be happy with that. Yeah, some are going to question, why do you have a game come out that doesn't have fighting? But I think after Mortal Kombat 1, at least of us that played that game, for the majority, we're okay if right now they released a game just of a Conquest mode right now. And that'd be it. I think, there's so much potential to put a full game in that. I think it would do well. I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I don't know. Maybe I like this too much.
So, Shujinko, have you had any luck finding my warrior's medallion?
I am afraid not, Master Bo Raicho. But I am still looking.
Try looking by the docks, Shujinko. I recall last having it there.
Okay, so I was hoping to be able to ask him early for a quest. If you remember the two girls who were chatting, they wanted to know why he could not fight for Earthrealm. It's because he's from Outworld, so he could not participate as a Earthrealm defender. He would have to defend Outworld, actually. So I was hoping to get him to say something about that. See, so I don't have to come turn that one in later.
So, Shujinko, have you had any luck?
So, no, he's not going to do that right now. That will be later, which that is fine. Again, nothing really I can just do. I think I've been through this hut already, but it was in front of me, so I went into it. Alright, let's go over to the next main quest. Let's just move straight into that. There's nothing I can think of quest-wise that I'm missing. I'm sure there is. I just feel like I haven't done enough. Alright, so there is a chest. Again, I don't know if it's on a time crunch, like so many things are. Yeah, there is a chest that sits here at some point. I feel like I just want to meditate, see if I can see it actually pop up for a bit. I got time on my hands. I mean, I'm only about to fall asleep, and you guys will hear a thud that I'll have to explain, which will be my head smacking off my desk, or either the Model 1 Genesis sitting in front of me. Hey, yo. So it's Friday, probably at about 8 p.m. So if I can remember that, I will go train real quick with Sub-Zero. When I'm done training with Sub-Zero, I'll come back Friday, stop time about 7 and wait for that. So at least I can get one of those chests in the playthrough, because I'm not going to sit and do a bunch of chests that only appear for an hour in any of the main parts for the most part. But just to kind of show for anyone that might be watching this and it's like, okay, I've never played Conquest mode before. There's a lot of that, just to kind of give you an idea why online guides can be a lot better than watching just someone play through, like watching me play through. But there is walkthroughs out there where people have made sure to show every little detail like that. So I personally do like reading through guides myself.
Stop, infidel! Only great warriors are allowed to enter the Ling Kuei Temple.
I am a great warrior. I have been personally trained by Master Baraicho, and have been awarded the Warrior's Medallion to prove it.
Warrior's Medallion? You are truly worthy of the Ling Kuei. We could use a warrior with your ability. Step inside and you will be trained to fight as a Ling Kuei. Your teacher will be none other than Sub-Zero himself.
Alright, let's learn to fight as the Sub-Zero. Maybe I'll be more interested into this one. I'm still gonna fly through it. I mean, the dialogue that pops at the top, because, I mean, hey, it tells you what to do at the top, right? Just under his health bar, so.
Acceptable.
Look, I can have patience. I just feel like if you want people to really read that, you need to kind of have a dialogue that explains about what you want them to do and really save it for probably the combos and special moves, because you don't want them sitting there figuring that out on their own. That could take forever. But let's say we're going to practice high punches. I want you to hit me with 3 high punches. Don't really need that, you know. If you want someone to read, you probably could just put that there and then so forth, and move on to low kick, high kick, all that stuff, because as Mortal Kombat players, we will either figure that out or already know what that is going in. I don't know what the hell I just did there, but it wasn't what the game intended. But, man, having to go so slow with these combos. I'm actually having to tap on the last, like, back Y or forward A or down B, anything that happens like that. I'm having to just keep tapping that last B or Y or whichever it may be until it connects.
You passed.
It's not feeling smooth, I guess is. It looks great. I mean, I feel that it looks great, but I am having some major problems. I don't know if it has anything to do with that widescreen hack. I do know when I played this before, and it stretched the screen to fit widescreen, the feel of the game was the best that I ever had played through all the other versions, like the GameCube emulator, the Dolphin emulator, or the PS2's emulator, so forth. Xbox was the best one, and I enjoyed it the most as far as gameplay. I just hated looking at a stretched screen. So I don't remember the dialogue issues where they're finishing a dialogue and immediately starting another without a breath in between them. I don't remember it being so difficult to hit combos. Now I may switch over to another controller and make sure it's not this controller, because I have noticed in some of the other games that I've been playing emulation on that I feel like there is a delay with this controller that should not be there. As far as, like, I was playing Contra yesterday, Contra Hard Corps on Sega Genesis. I was playing that, the Japanese version, emulating it, and there was a lot of the jumps that were late, a lot of the, just like I would go to shoot, and sometimes it's like, didn't want to register, so it may be the controller. I thought that was emulation issues.
You passed.
That was smooth. I think a lot of it's too, when I see X, I'm immediately hitting A, but just because PlayStation's still in my mind. It really throws me off when I did the GameCube version, as you could probably imagine, and I played that with an Xbox controller. I can't remember if I ever did commentary on the GameCube version. I think that I actually did, in the sense of I recorded microphone audio, and I just lost so much confidence in the GameCube version that I did not end up actually applying it with the gameplay, and so I just cut it without any of my commentary. But I do have, at least I know, one GameCube playthrough. I don't know if I have multiple. I have multiple Unchained playthroughs, a PS2 playthrough, maybe 2 of those, and an Xbox playthrough of this Conquest mode so far. Yeah, so quite a bit. And then I have countless hours that I've done Conquest mode. Sorry, I had to focus there, but I've had countless hours I've done Conquest mode, and I don't even record. It used to be just a yearly deal. But my original Xbox blew a capacitor, and I've just never got it fixed. I need to do that. I don't even know how much that repair would be, but if I did that, I would be doing this playthrough right now from original hardware, no doubt. Now, I know there is some mods you can do with that console that involve hex codes that would bring this game to a true widescreen as well. And I probably would put myself through every bit of it. Can't believe I got that the first time. And I probably would have an adapter on it that, you know, like I do all my consoles here, that put it on an HDMI.
Acceptable.
And I really like, if you go through my channel and look for some of those videos, they'll say original hardware in the title. There is some really nice quality Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1 videos, Sega Saturn even, Mortal Kombat videos, in fact, and it just looks so good. I mean, these devices cost a bit of money, you know, it's $25 or so, but you know, they take and they hook up to these old consoles, and then boom, turn, you know, to this little brick that I guess is responsible for all the converting. Then you plug an HDMI into that, plug it into your monitor or your TV or whatever, and it looks great. And I'm so glad for those inventions. I think that shoulder charge is going to be my cold shoulder. It's going to be the one I spam in challenge fights. Not the Shang Tsung challenge fight.
You have finished your training. You are now a Lin Kuei warrior. For your first assignment, the Grand Master has commanded that you join our forces to the west. They have reported finding an unknown artifact that may greatly benefit our clan. We must secure it before our rivals do. Your password is Ice Dragon. Go now. Do not return until you have succeeded in securing the artifact.
As you command.
Yeah, I'll be waiting till I get Ermac challenge, not Ermac challenge, but to learn to fight as Ermac before I try the Shang Tsung challenge. That's for sure. Whenever I have completed it, it's always been with him. Alright, so I'm going to skip Friday at, I guess it was about 8 o'clock on a Friday, right? So, oh boy, this is going to be, this is going to take a bit. It's a lot of time to be meditating. Whoa. Okay, so I think it's every day around this time. That's good news. So it's just basically, let me get to about 9 p.m. Or 8 p.m. That works. There we go. So, let's see what that's. Now, that is officially the most amazing alternate costume in Mortal Kombat history. And yeah, I'm totally being sarcastic. That just, that looks like me if I tried to dress up for Sub-Zero's Halloween. Bald, and finding whatever cheap blue cloth clothing I could throw on. I don't know, that ugly. I've never worn it that I can recall on purpose on anything. I think there's some Mugen games that actually use that. Now again, I think there's another chest. It's either here or that next village down that appears during a certain time. So what I'm going to do, I don't think it's here. I think it's where the old man and his tooth and the woman with the package that we delivered to her. Also, I think there's a chest here. It appears at a certain time. Let's just pull the meditation thing again and see if I see it and figure out that it pops up certain time of day versus a certain time and date. Because there's, I think there's one, not in Earthrealm, but I'm pretty sure there's one that's a certain day. Date and time, all three of them. Yeah, at this point, even if I do get a glimpse of it, I'm going to have to let it pass. Because I'm not going to sit here a whole another week. But I believe it may be another one of those midnight ones. Late night on a Wednesday, maybe. No, I'm still not seeing it. Alright, so I'm just going to let that go. It may be a Friday. I'm not going to spend too much time on trying to find chests like that until I have a full guide. What I usually do is, when I do the wrap-up video, I have a complete notebook pad like just laid out in front of me, and I've wrote down everything I missed, what time it needs to be, and usually those videos take me no time. I mean, maybe 2 hours at most, but that looks like what all these videos are going to end up taking at the pace I'm going. Okay. I think I had a wrap-up video last about 4 hours, first time around I ever done it. Okay, I'm sure at some point, whether it's right over there or it's back over here. I don't think it would be back over here with their chest already being back over here. Maybe potentially back here. If I could get like somewhere and meditate with a line of sight like this. And I want to say it's a chest that appears at like 4 a.m. 3 a.m. on a certain day. But let's just sit here and see if anything pops up in the vicinity. We'll just get an idea. starting to realize I got real lucky with that Mataro one. Being right about it, because I do not remember these, so I'm starting to lose confidence in myself again. Maybe this wasn't the best place to sit either. I could just be completely wrong about this being a place where a chest resides. At least get it to where everybody's back outside. Sorry for anybody that hears that train in the background. I live right next to railroad tracks. I don't know if that's coming through the microphone or not, but I'm guessing it is. Since I'm wearing a headset and hearing it, I'm pretty sure you guys are. Alright, so I can't think of any quests. Can't think of anything else that I need to do here in Earthrealm. There is another challenge fight, but I was going to bring it up later when I'm not Sub-Zero. Again, I don't want to do too many challenge fights with him, other than what I may, know I can defeat for sure.
I wonder where I am supposed to meet these Lin Kuei. It must be somewhere right around here.
It's with a character I hate, so I don't want to lose to that character. It's like, I don't mind losing to a Sindel or a Shang Tsung or Kira, but get killed by someone like Cobra? Oh man, what can you do with your life after that? If you can't defeat Cobra, no matter what kind of fight challenge it is, in Mortal Kombat, you gotta really rethink life.
Halt! What is the password?
Ice Dragon.
Excellent. You must be the courier we had sent for, and a new recruit if I am not mistaken. You are just in time. There are Red Dragon not far from here, and they know we have this item. Take it to the Lin Kuei Temple. We will distract the Red Dragon to aid your departure.
I will leave at once.
So there it is, the Earthrealm Commodego. It's time to get out of here and wrap this video up. I might actually, like I said, I might go through the portal and then come back and see if I can immediately turn in the quest to that one guy, just because I've never tried that before. That I can remember.
Damashi, I have joined the Lin Kuei. I have learned Sub-Zero's
That object you carry. Yes, it is as I suspected. Through the ignorance of the Lin Kuei, you have acquired the Earthrealm Kamidogu.
I have?
You must find the portal to the Nexus. When it opens, walk through to continue your quest.
But the Lin Kuei...
Must I remind you that your loyalties are to the Elder Gods, not to the Lin Kuei. Continue with your appointed quest.
Yes, Damashi. I understand.
Alright. I was just about to say there should be a cutscene here, and as soon as I was starting up to say something, and of course there was a cutscene. Alright, so poor Shijinko enjoyed his time learning with the Lin Kuei, has to turn his back on them. Okay, so that guy is... There he is. He's standing out here now. Let's see. I believe that Cobra fight, if I wanted to just take a chance, is between... I think he's standing somewhere in here between certain times, too. So it's another... may see it, may not. Probably in a wrap-up video will I add that in. That's usually when I add in all the challenge fights, too. I figured I would do it a little bit differently this time, because I try really... One of my biggest flaws is the record button's on, so I tend to panic, and I don't want to lose at all, ever, and if I do, I'll just cut it out when I've done these in the past, and that is not something I am worried about in the slightest this time around. You know, it's kind of like, well, if I succeed, I do, and if I don't, I'm just going to leave, as I stated before. Now, I went back to that Sindel fight just because I thought I found something that would work, and it did.
Shujiko, raid is high, the Kamidogu. Enter the portal.
What is this place?
This is the Nexus, constructed by the Elder Gods to aid their champion on his quest to save the realms.
To aid me?
These portals lead to each of the realms that conceals a Kamidogu. Each time you recover a Kamidogu, you must return it to the Nexus and place it on that altar. Doing so will unlock the portal to the next realm for you to search.
Which portal will open first?
Place the Earthrealm Kamidogu on the altar, and you will know. It would seem that the Elder Gods wish for their champion to search the Nether Realm next. I must warn you, it is a dark and evil place.
I will be on my guard.
Alright, so, yeah, I'm going to try, instead of going there, I'm going to try to go to Earthrealm and talk to this guy with a gun, the United, I think he said Nations Forces or something like that. I'm gonna go talk to this guy and see if I can go ahead and have that done. Of course, if he's still standing out here, and he is.
You say it's a portal to another world? How can that be possible? I shall have to investigate further.
He waited 5 years for that answer. Because I think I took that quest, before I went to Boraicho? Yeah, at 5 years, I think that the text said passed. I guess it's better than the 50 years he stands here, usually waits for me to come back. Or like the 30 years or whatever it is when I come back to Earthrealm has passed. And then, yeah, he continues to stand there, so... I've not done so good this playthrough around making sure I've gone in every single hut, and I just don't want to. I mean, I'm wanting to take my time, but I'm not wanting to stay in the same spot forever and ever and ever and ever. I wonder also, one last thing I'm going to go check. I know I should be wrapping this up. I'm stretching out these videos a lot longer than I should be. We're talking... this probably shouldn't have been longer than about 40-50 minutes. If at that. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get him to tell us about him being an Outworld. From Outworld.
You have found my medallion! Thank you, Shujinko. You performed a good deed without promise of reward. I commend you. Take these coins as an expression of my gratitude.
So yeah, if you would have had a chance to go ahead and return that medallion after you were told not to, you maybe would have had to have a workaround. Instead of learning how to fight Sub-Zero, you might have had to fight him. Maybe sneak into the Lin Kuei and learn the location of that Kamidogo. You never know. Or maybe a Shirai Ryu member. I don't know. They could have, they could just completely redo this Conquest mode and add in stuff and those options. I just think about it every time. The medallion is, for whatever reason, one of the things that makes me think about that too. So I think he will now.
Welcome back, Shujinko. I see that your skills as a combatant continue to grow. Perhaps one day you may even participate in the Mortal Kombat tournament. Sadly, And though I may greatly desire to, I cannot fight on Earthrealm's behalf, as I am originally from Outworld. Do you wish to review your training, Shujinko? If so, step inside my dojo, and we shall repeat your lessons.
Alright, so that's it. He actually said it. Gonna skip to about 8 a.m. here, and by the time I get up from meditating, it'd probably be 9. Close to. Anyway, the girls should be out here that were chatting about it, or at least gathering together. And I can tell them.
Ah, Boraicho is originally from Outworld. If he were to enter the tournament, it would be on the side of Outworld. Please, take these coins. Perhaps they can somehow atone for our doubting such a great man.
See, that's the kind of thing you do. Give money for just doubting. Okay, I'm being sarcastic there too. I can't remember if me going through the portal triggered this or not, but yeah, let's go ahead and do this too.
So you are the Shujinko Master Boraicho has spoken of so proudly. Perhaps you can solve a mystery for me. I have recently noticed strange noises coming from the dwelling south of here. It sounds as though combat is taking place, yet we know of no warriors but Boraicho in our little community.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Boraicho, you know, they wrongly doubted him, but I'm not going to pay somebody money because I was wrong about doubting him. And you know what? They have plenty of other reasons to doubt Boraicho, and I'm not about to list them, but there's plenty of them, and they'll be right about those. So maybe I should go back and give them the money back if it'd let me. It would. All right, so let's go in here.
Oh no! Someone has caught me!
So I can't remember if when you find this, we pose as worshippers of Raid and no one will suspect us. So I think I can go do that now, and it would be neat to do it now since I will be Sub-Zero. So let's go find that, and you know, that lets me go ahead and wrap a couple of things up here that I won't have to worry about. It's nice to go ahead and knock that out now. I feel that it is anyway. I don't remember if I actually went into any of these huts or if I just immediately ran away from them. Nope, yep. There's, I guess I didn't. Let's go ahead and, oh, excuse me, collect any coins that I did not collect while I was here before. And I keep calling them wrap-up videos, kind of clean-up videos too, because I'll be cleaning up and getting coins that I missed. So I guess it's not that big of a deal to be doing this right now. Can't remember if I've even met all the criteria for this to work.
We are but humble worshippers of the Lord Raiden. You are most welcome in our camp and may share our fire.
Yeah, I don't think I've met the criteria yet.
May the Thunder God bless you.
May Raiden watch over you.
Raiden teaches that we must protect all things.
I can't remember if you have to keep asking them and eventually get pissed, or what it is.
Raiden teaches that we must...
Okay, well, that quest we won't worry about now, but I just knocked her out cold, or killed her, I'm not sure. Still no chest sitting there. I think that's got everything wrapped up for this video. I think it's time to go stare at the back of my eyelids for a bit. For ultimately I will wake up and just finish the rest of this, probably in a single day span. And then, you know what, I'm going to spend time on Hey, there's another chest here. Again. It's not letting me open it, so this must be a glitch of some kind. I guess so, yeah. But I'm just sitting here. Probably can hear that. It's not letting me open that. I feel like I've missed a couple of things here. And some of them you have to be careful because some of them you only can do at certain times. So anyway, that's got everything done. I'll probably do myself a solid by looking up some guides that I can read through tonight. Well, this morning as I lay down to go to sleep. And that way I'll be a little bit more prepared when it comes around to part 3. And when I have to come back to Earthrealm eventually and so forth, so that I can have Netherrealm completely covered. Because that and Chaos Realm, I like to completely cover those just on a personal note, because those are my favorite places to visit. The whole speaking backwards and the creepiness and the darkness vibe to those places are fantastic. And they're my favorite in the game, and I just saw a coin that I left behind, but there's plenty of time to always go back and get that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to start the video off standing right here. I think I'm just going to leave it on pause, because I'll probably only be getting about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then I'll be right back up to do some recordings. So this is where I'll be when you guys see me next, which for you will be about probably 3 to 4 days apart per each video. I hope you enjoyed, and join me for the next part 3 in the Netherrealm.